It's 27 degrees this morning. It's like 8:30 and I was gonna wait a little bit later to come out till it was a little bit warmer, but this boy has been pawing at the door. I think he's just excited and wants some attention. Is there a problem? Or are you just being naughty? Are you just being a naughty bear? Well, maybe, Mom. Because you have dog food. And kitties have kitty food. I know, sweet boy. They look fine. I could not see anything out, like a cow or something. Yes, yes, sir. Did you just need some attention? That was it? That was all? So it does need some attention, Mom. I love you. Yeah, it's okay. I don't know what his deal is. He was literally jumping on things. Now, somebody could have been making some really loud noise this morning, I guess. I don't know. But I was gonna wait until it was like at least above freezing so that I could like run water and things, but it is what it is. That's Parker yelling his head off. Say, yep, yep, Mom, all those things. Had plans to clean this place out this weekend. Don't know that I'm gonna do that. I don't feel tip-top. I don't necessarily feel sick, but I have felt like on the verge of getting sick the last few days, and everyone around me has had the flu, and so I don't know if it's like psychosomatic at this point, but I've been really stopped up at night, so I'm not going to push it. Good morning! We're gonna start feeding them hay today, this afternoon, when they come in to go to bed. We're gonna do that because they are just act like you're absolutely starving in the mornings, so like they run out to eat like they just are starved to death. And I know they're not, but like cold, and I think they're wanting to eat more. Everybody has puffed out. Did you guys all get poofy? We got poofy, Mom. We all grew a winter hair. Oh, Twizzler, we don't need to beat on the little babies. We don't. But Jeremy has to move the solar panels for us to do that because the solar panels, extra ones, are being held up right now by my hay from last year. So we're gonna get rid of those 2 bales. Our garage doors are supposed to be in this week. I'm gonna show you all the stuff that's been finished in the new garage today. And Bunny looked like she hurt her eye yesterday and I couldn't see anything wrong with it, so we're just gonna double check. So several of you have commented lately about how I need to hold the camera further away from my face and how I need to look more into the camera. And you're probably right. The issue is I don't have a selfie stick, I have a tripod because of the way we shoot our videos, which are more on the animals level than on my level. I have my setup designed for that. So a lot of vloggers have a selfie stick where they can hold it really far away from their face. I don't have that. My tripod is heavy, so I kind of have to support it with my body. And I have a flip out camera, so to see what the angle of the shot looks like, a lot of times I'm looking at the screen and not the camera. So I will work on that. This is about as far away from my face as I can get the camera. It's just about how long my arm is. Pork chop, were you snoring so loud Mom can hear you in the film? Were you? So, not last night, but the night before, Jeremy had fallen asleep before me. He's hurt his back, so he's been resting a lot. And I thought he was snoring, like really softly, which wasn't bothering me. I was up, but it was Pork Chop. It was not Jeremy. Pork Chop was snoring so loudly that I was blaming my husband for snoring when it was the pig. This one loves the cold weather. He's so happy, Mom. got a break of water this morning. I don't know what is going on out here. Something doesn't normally stand sentry over me. Yeah? Are you worried about Mom? Are you a little worried? Yeah, let's go back to the house, Fluff Nugget. There must have been an animal, a coyote, a person, just something out in the wrong spot this morning. Because he just seems just a little nervous. I always trust his instincts. Sometimes he's wrong. Like, don't get me wrong. Sometimes he, you know, something's just different, and to him that is not okay. Especially if it's something he's unfamiliar with. A lot of times he has a stronger reaction. So he might, you know, really freak out over like some garbage because he can't see it. Generally speaking, if he is concerned, I tend to watch pretty closely. He usually can hear something or smell something that I can't. Bunny, can we look at your eyeball again? We'll go let our little crew out and then we'll come out and look at her. We've got to bust up ice. We got to get the Cookie Monsters. Hi. It's so nice that Parker has like finally figured that out. To just go on out. Okay, Buns, you look fine this morning. She was just like holding this eye closed last night, and it could be just somebody headbutted her and she kind of had a stinger. She looks okay. Are you guys ready? My little crew? Buns, are you coming? Are you coming, Bunny? She hasn't wanted to come out first thing lately. Getting old, I think the cold. It's hard. Come on, friends. This little spicy one might be in heat again today. She got bred the same day Pixie got bred, but I wasn't really sure if her heat was strong enough, and it rained the next 2 days. So there's a possibility that she needs to be bred. Not the end of the world, but she sounds like she's in heat today. Come on. Here we go. Gonna have a good day. Come on, Bark, Bark. Come on, my friend. Come on, Tinkerbell. Come on, guys. Come on, Tink. Good morning, Bark, Bark. So yesterday, funny story, Parker got out. I told you guys, been having trouble with the nets. So I've got to, again, do a better job. I think it's the deer. We have had those cows out several times this week. Specifically, one specific cow has been out pretty regularly. And so I don't know if it's her or if it's deer or if it's all of the above, but I've got to do a better job of checking over here in this corner. Okay, so definitely in heat. I don't know if I can separate these two. I don't know if they're both in heat. It's just her. That would be a bummer. We'll see if I can walk Blue back in and get her in with Bean. that's probably all that's gonna take. I'm gonna leave them in, I'm gonna go break up all the water and leave them in together, but that's probably it. That'll probably be good enough. So, garage, see our nice concrete that we got. Brother-in-law worked really hard to use leftover gravel from the concrete to kind of taper this down for us. All the brick has been painted. We have these nice floodlights, which are gonna be amazing. We put keypad lock on the doors, which is really nice. So that means if somebody farm sets, we don't have to give them a key to our house. They can just, we can make them a code, a temporary code. And all these also connect to Wi-Fi things in our house, so you can unlock and unlock them when you're not home. And we have one on the side as well. So we have this nice apron sidewalk. We thought this was gonna be tapered more to where we could drive out of it, but they just made like a big sidewalk, which is fine. We still need some topsoil. We did clean up all the trash, which is nice. And so we have our new driveway, and our doors are coming in Thursday. We have Jeremy built these steps. He's got to do the rail. We got his TV in yesterday. That's what he asked for his birthday. His birthday was last week, so that's where all my clothes and boots and everything will go. This is gonna be like my area to have like my cart. Our thought was, because Duke is getting older, that we were gonna kennel in a spot right here like we have in the barn, so he could come in and stay when it was raining or whatever. But because of the apron, because of the concrete and the way the concrete was done, so we have this massive drop off. So we've got to have some fill dirt here. I think what we're gonna end up doing is just running the gate along the side of the building. He'll have to come through over there still. We may work it out, I don't know. Just no good way to really do that now that there's concrete. We have plugs on the outside, which we've never had. We're gonna have a spigot here, and I'll explain that in a minute. But the plugs, we only had 3 plugs on the outside of our house. And so they were at our front door, on the deck, and then on the opposite side of the house. There were no plugs on this side of the house at all. If you needed a plug, it had to be run in the garage. And so now we have one on this side and one on this side, which is fantastic. We have lots of plugs, obviously, inside the garage. Cars will only come to about like right here. So like all of this space is where the hay is gonna go, right up against this door, so we can lift the door up and take hay out. Can lights, these are all in and working. All we really lack right now is garage doors and what else? Gutters. Those are the 2 things that are left. It's been painted, and now that there's lights up here. So this is what the attic space is like, all finished out with plugs. And so we still have some stuff from inside the garage that's gonna be brought up here to store the stuff that's like underneath our stairs, so that Jeremy can have just his shop completely. None of my stuff will be in there, so it'll all be stored up here. Our long-term goal is like this goes into our bonus room, is to maybe create like an Airbnb space, possibly, where this would be like a bedroom, and then we would have like a little mini kitchen bathroom. So like for football games, if we wanted to rent this space out a couple of times a year, we could do that. And that's why we went ahead and did locks on the doors, and there's doors on each side, so that eventually we could just cap this, and so you would just go in and out. So we're really excited. Garage doors come in Thursday, and we'll be basically finished except for the gutters. We even installed a 240 plug out here in case we ever have an electric vehicle or a plug-in hybrid that we want to plug in. I have a hybrid and I really enjoyed it. It's not a plug-in. You look super impressed. That is all the garage updates. We're really excited to have all of that. Looks like she's done. I'm telling you guys, it just doesn't take very long. This is why this style of reading works for me. They've been in here maybe 20 minutes. Maybe, probably 15. And she's finished, she's ready to be done. And everybody can kind of go back to their regularly scheduled programming. Ready?